Okay, we got Sparky playing Elodie in the blue on the player one side versus Rasposo playing Tenri in the yellow. I'm really curious to see how this is going to play out. We have not seen much Elodie. I actually don't know some interactions with Elodie. Like, what happens if she steals a thief for a turn? Can you have that thief deposit money for you? Is that a thing you can do? Or... yeah, I actually don't know. So, we're gonna see. I mean, Tenri obviously has the thing. You can send the thief to the stronghold, have it steal, send it back to safety, or, you know, just kill your opponents. Rifles as well. Yeah, someone making a good point. Definitely see rifles on this map. Tenri has some cool plays with rifles. You can yoink them, she can move her own rifle into a good position. So we're gonna see how this plays out. Elodie, yeah, Sparky just moving up, doing their standard thing. Gonna get ready to pressure their opponent's fortified next turn. Or I suppose it's taking a bit longer actually on this capture phase. They're gonna get to this village over on this side. And yeah, Sparky just grabs their tower now.
I am sorry.
Oh, that's a lovely bass noise you don't get to hear very often. And oh, Sparky only just now captured tower. Makes sense though. If you're not going to build any air units out of it, doesn't give you any money, so yeah, you capture everything else first. Now we see thieves starting to come into play. The commanders going for the knockdown. So these are going to get captured around the same time. Early golem against Tenri. Not the best option to go for against like Elodie, because she can yoink a golem for a turn. Of course, like it will flip back if it's just the tier 1, but you can put the golem in a pretty rough position in one turn, or just have it smack one of your opponent's armies or units, or just have it run and like hit a village or something, or stronghold even as well. Elodie gonna have some good options, 73%, so tier 1 coming up relatively soon. Rasposo gonna have to use Tenri Groove to deal with this golem somehow. We have a merfolk out actually, so we haven't seen too much as far as naval units on this map. Generally I've seen people avoiding them, but
I'll make this quick.
yeah. Okay, we're seeing the thief steal on lumber mill. Sparky wants to get both, and there's a dragon actually covering this one on the right hand side. Flagstone tiles are available, so some blocking could be done. Ooh, Tenri just isn't close to having groove. I wonder if we're gonna see some kind of attempt to get groove on Tenri so she can, you know, yoink the dragon. That's probably the main thing you want to go for. Harpy gonna get hit on Elodie. Makes sense, there's no anti-air nearby, so just chip damage on your opponent. Ooh, Elodie is close to having groove though, so could potentially yoink the Harpy. But yeah, Rasposo has to respect the dragon. Okay. And we're just taking a lot of damage right there. Dragon being such a huge threat actually. Like, it got nerfed a lot against Commander. Like his crit got went from 100% to 50, and base damage against Commander got reduced to 30%, so a lot weaker than it used to be, but it's still, you know, very threatening to just chip your opponent's commander, especially if they don't have good anti-air nearby. Tenri just isn't close to groove either, so I suppose playing on the back foot here, and Tenri just has to walk back heel. And oh, I think this merfolk's just dead. Like the dragon can just fly over and kill it, and there's nothing that can be done about it. So I'm gonna knock that down. I could just ignore the merfolk, but Both players are gonna pick up kills where they can. Oh, we're gonna see. Oh, that's such a good play. Oh, and the Harpy's gonna suicide onto the mage with the follow-up of what, like, I would almost say like sword suicide first, but no, it just goes for the straight up sword hit. That was so smart to grab the Harpy to then suicide it, but also opens up the rifle shot as well. That was such a good play. Sparky's playing so well this game. And if I'm Rasposo, I'm just like, what do I do now, right? Like, I took so much damage that turn. Tenri's still not even close to groove. And yeah, like, what do you do? I guess you mage heal your mage to chip damage. And like, do you even hit the dragon? Do you hit the witch instead? Just gonna walk back, okay. Just accepts that they took a lot of damage that turn. And there's nothing they can really do about it. And Sparky, oh. I mean, the thing is, Commander against next to a road is like the thing where you don't want to do, but Commander next to a bridge is just as scary. And I think, oh no, that's a lot of tiles open. Let's see, sword suicide. Maybe the witch could have hexed, but there's a lot of stuff here. Sword coming in again. Gets that damage. Probably should have hexed if the lethal was on the table. It does like a little bit more damage overall, but now we're gonna see another sword suicide. I think Tenri's dead. I think the dog is in range to hit. Just needs to do a little bit more damage. But like anything really, yeah, one dog's in range. Actually both dogs are? Okay, this might just be dog plus dog for the lethal. Oh no, not quite. 31%. So it's gonna have to be Commander walking up and getting the last kill. And yeah, just a few more kills coming in here just to pad the stats a little bit. Pretty common play by a lot of players, but yeah, I think TYM in chat saying Tenri had to go in, and yeah, she did. She had to do something, but unfortunately, just a little bit too far behind. And I think that really came down to like Rasposo was a little bit slower on the opening, I think, than they really wanted to be. And as soon as that dragon came out and there was no real counter to it, like yeah, it's really difficult to come back from that. So nicely done there. Sparky gonna take that game, and yeah, just really well played. I mean, Sparky I think is actually one of the contenders for placing high in the championships later this year, so they're a really strong player. And Rasposo, pretty solid player in their own right, but yeah, I think Sparky just was a little bit too good in this situation. So well played.